So let me ask you about a slice of that value, because it's very easy to say, oh, customers have questions on renewals, or they have questions, they can't get this to work right or that to work right. But a lot of time customers are contacting us because they're actually evaluating what we're selling. Like, the contact center is a pre-sales organization. The contact center also, as they're using a product, we have the opportunity to say, this goes really good with this, right? Like, we can cross sell, we can upsell. The contact center not only has direct revenue implication because of all the data, the insights to make better decisions for all the departments, but there is a sales activity, a very strong sales activity that is happening. And that, like, tell me about how your tool or AI tools in general can help support the sales activity, direct connection to revenue inside of a contact center.
Completely. Such a good question. The way I think about this, we take this process of you gather data, you centralize the data, you analyze data, you share the insights, and then you action on the insights. This 5-step process where I see what we are building. Sometimes I think the decision making needs to still stay in the hands of a human. So I'm going to keep that out of this equation. But when it comes to gathering, analyzing, centralizing, and sharing, that is where AI has a lot more power than a human, because it can take the job to be done by someone and give the answers to someone to then do something about it,
Right.
or to share it and influence someone about it. That's also
Right.
interesting. So if we take what you said about contact centers seen as a pre-sales and post-sales activity, then there is a lot of data that comes from pre-sales of what blockers we are facing that customers are saying, or hesitations, or the amount of same type of questions that come from the customers. Are they talking about a competitor in comparison to us? Are they
Right.
talking about a specific feature that we don't have that they maybe would like to have? And this also happens a lot in sales calls. Like, it's also a data, or should be a data to the company. And I think that the time of growth at all costs, thinking about how we leverage these data points of the things that we are missing, or the things that we're doing well that we should keep doing, because that's why customers are converting or they are sticking on a post-sales perspective. And most of the answers to these questions that we are now giving as examples, so what we're missing, what we're doing well, what is working, what should be changed, what others have that we don't have, hesitations with pricing, all these different examples are things that we could answer, or we should be able to answer through the data that we gather from the customers. Now, until today, it required someone to manually listen to these calls or
Right.
go through each ticket and go in a spreadsheet and say, this is X, this is Y. Oh, someone else talked about X. Now we have 2. And the value of these customers, talking about ROI, is equal X amount of money. So if we take all this quantity of customers that are all in this bubble of money, talking about the same feature, I can put a value to that feature, and I can go to my product team and say, guys, we have this amount of money on the line. We should do something about it. And that goes for pre and post sales, I believe. So I do believe that there is a great direct connection from the customer insights we gather from the customer into the product being delivering to those customers.